On this week's Cars.com's On the Road, Pandora has you rocking as you roll down the road. Find out how to be in the know before you have to visit the mechanic. Get yourself a pass to the LA Auto Show. All this and more. So buckle yourself in because the show's about to start.
Hi, my name is John Anderson. I am a sales consultant here at Bowles Motors in Ellington. And today we're going to talk about some of the new technology in the brand new 2012 Grand Cherokee Overland Summit. The Grand Cherokee features keyless enter and go, which means that if the key is in your pocket and present, all you have to do is put your hand behind the handle. It automatically unlocks. You have a push button start. The Overland Summit is really the most luxurious of all the Grand Cherokees. Some of the new safety features are things such as automatic high-low beams, rain brake support. That means that anytime you turn your wipers on this vehicle, it automatically applies light brake pressure to your brakes to keep your brakes dry in case of an emergency stopping situation. Some of the newest technology on this particular model, the Overland Summit, is what they call blind spot monitoring, which means that if you've ever been down on the highway where you're in the middle lane and you're getting ready to go over to either the right or the left, there's always a blind spot over either one of your shoulders. These sensors are designed to capture anything that's in your blind spot and warn you so that you don't make any lane changes when there's someone in your way. These also give you what's called cross path detection. So if you're backing out of a parking space and you have vehicles, large vehicles on both sides, as you back out, they will signal whether there's somebody coming down the lane so you don't back out in somebody's path. This particular model also features what's called adaptive cruise control, where you can set on your steering wheel how far you want to maintain the distance between you and the car in front of you, and it will maintain that distance. And the forward collision warning is designed to warn you if a vehicle is to swerve into your lane, an animal runs out in front of you, or another vehicle all of a sudden makes an emergency stop, lets you know well in advance so that you can stop or avoid any kind of catastrophe. What doesn't come on most of the other vehicles is select terrain, which allows you to adjust through a control button the type of surface you're on, whether you're in snow, sand, mud. This adjusts your traction control for better handling on different road surfaces. You do have what's called Quadralift, and that gives you the ability to actually raise or lower the vehicle up to approximately 4 inches, from just over 6 inches to over 10 inches in ride height. I always invite people down and say, take it for a ride. This thing won't mow your lawn and it won't make you a sandwich, but it'll do just about everything else.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Beauregard, and here's the news this week for Cars.com. With auto show season starting up, we figured we'd bring you the news straight from the auto show floor. So let's go to Patrick, who's at the 2011 LA Auto Show. Patrick, what's going on?
Thanks, Lindsay. I'm here at the LA Auto Show, and the displays are huge. In fact, this is the most confident the auto industry has looked since 2008, when the economy took a turn for the worse. Let's take a look at some of the best and brightest cars at this show. Over the last 10 years, one of the most popular segments in the country has been the compact SUV segment, and this year there are 3 new entrants into it. There's the new Ford Escape, the new Honda CR-V, and the new Mazda CX-5. Now you gotta take a close look at these because they look very similar to each other, and until we get into them, we can't really tell you which one we like best. Definitely one of the blingiest cars here at the LA Auto Show is the new Cadillac XTS. It replaces the DTS and STS sedans. What Cadillac's trying to do is have a more compact body on the outside, but still plenty of room inside. And we can tell you the interior is incredibly luxurious. It's also the debut for Cadillac CUE, which, like my Ford Touch, is a touchscreen control center for entertainment and climate. On the small end of the spectrum, check out the Fiat 500 Abarth. It's dressed up, it's souped up, and it's 5 inches longer. It's got cosmetic changes on the outside that identify it as an Abarth. It's got a turbocharged engine that gets 160 horsepower versus the 101 in the regular 500. We haven't driven it yet, but we can't wait to see how much fun that extra power turns into. Now, if money is no object for you, you should look at the Bentley Continental GTC. Redesigned for 2012, it has massive power. It's got a 6-liter engine, 12 cylinders that creates 567 horsepower. But it also has a massive cost, and it starts at better than $210,000. So start saving your pennies now. Back to you, Lindsay.
Thanks, Patrick. Well, if you like songs about the road, songs about driving, or you reminisce about tailgating before the big game, Cars.com and Pandora have you in mind. Cars.com has teamed with Pandora Internet Radio to create 3 all-new stations for drivers and anyone who loves the open road. The first station, called Road Trip, is an eclectic mix of Southern and classic rock with a little bit of country thrown in. It's meant to remind you of driving down the open road. Sample artists include George Strait, The Smashing Pumpkins, and Nirvana. The second station is called Tailgate. It has music to get you pumped up for your favorite sports team with a mix of hip-hop, pop, and rock. Sample artists include Kanye West, Notorious B.I.G., and the Fugees. The last station is called Car Songs. It features a mix of songs about cars and driving, like The Distance by Cake and Route 66 by John Mayer. Be sure to check it out the next time you're using Pandora.
Not even the early arrival of winter could phase this completely new 2012 Volkswagen Passat. This model, which has long been Volkswagen's entry in the midsize family sedan arena, has been completely redesigned. The styling, if far from flashy, is all new. So too are the dimensions, which make the car larger inside and out. The result is an adult-sized back seat. It's actually the best in this class, and a cavernous 15.9 cubic foot trunk. Also new are the Tennessee factory that builds the Passat for the United States, and the pricing. Volkswagen has shaved about $7,000 off the starting price. The Passat now targets the leaders in the family sedan field, the Toyota Camry and Honda Accord. 3 engines are offered. This 2.5-liter 5-cylinder 170 horsepower power plant will be the motor found in most Passats, though depending on trim line, buyers can also opt for a 3.6-liter V6 or a super thrifty 2-liter diesel. A 5-speed manual transmission is standard with the 5-cylinder engine, or you can have this optional 6-speed automatic transmission. Diesel buyers can have a 6-speed manual or dual-clutch 6-speed automatic, which is the only transmission offered in the V6 models. The 5-cylinder engine mated to the 6-speed automatic transmission performs nicely. 60 miles per hour in this review car arrived in 8.3 seconds. Owners of the previous Passat will notice that the ride in the 2012 version is more relaxed, with most bumps absorbed easily. Fortunately, this new, fully independent suspension system also retains reasonable control, though there is now some float over larger pavement swells taken at speed. Handling remains competent, the steering is light but precise, and braking is also good. The interior is nicely done, with surfaces that are easy on the eyes and in many places soft to the touch. In other words, you won't find the $7,000 price reduction taking an undue toll on passenger comfort. With the 2012 redesign and new lower pricing structure, the Passat is now a mainstream family sedan. It may be new to the field, but it's made a solid entrance. This new Volkswagen Passat is a competitively priced, fully credible, and highly desirable family sedan.
With perfect timing, Chevrolet introduces the new Motoramic Chevrolet. What's new? Everything. New show car styling, 3 new drives, new synchro-mesh transmission, improved super smooth power glide, or new touchdown overdrive. A revolutionary new ride, a new high-level ventilation system for greater comfort, and new 4-fender visibility. And power, sensational performance and economy with the new Chevrolet. Turbo Fire V8 engines and 2 new Blue Flame 6s. It's the new Motoramic Chevrolet, more than a new car, a new concept of low-cost motoring.
You're driving along when suddenly it happens. The dreaded check engine light illuminates on the instrument panel. Now, if you just got gasoline, you could be lucky. Maybe you forgot to tighten the gas cap enough. But then again, it may be something more serious. How can you be sure? Here's one way. Today, you can find many reasonably priced code readers. For individuals, you can plug them into the OBD2 sensor. This one happens to be the Car MD, which is being heavily promoted now. The first thing we want to do is plug it into the connector. And in this particular vehicle, the connector is located over on the left side under the instrument panel. They're not always easy to find, but they're definitely there. Here, we'll go for a connection and plug it in. And we got the two beeps that tell us the unit is now reading the engine management system to determine what trouble codes there may be in this particular vehicle. It'll take a few seconds for it to make that reading. Let's see what it says once it's finished. In this case, it's read 5 trouble codes. That's not good news. We have a P0118, we have a 113, we have a 1519, and we have a 1259. What do these numbers mean? To find out, we're going to have to go to a computer. So let's do that next. First, we want to plug the unit in to the computer, and then we'll go to the manufacturer's website, which in this case happens to be Car MD. Once there, this is going to give us an opportunity to read the codes that have come and been discovered by this particular code reader and to determine what they might mean. For example, we can see already that this particular vehicle has an engine temperature problem, and that also gives a variety of possibilities as to what it might take to fix it. So there you have the trouble codes, and if you're a do-it-yourselfer with some competence, you may want to tackle the repairs yourself. Then again, you may want to leave it to the experts that you'll find at your local service station, garage, or your dealership. One thing these portable, handheld trouble code readers will do for you, though, is give you an inkling of what's wrong before you take it in for service.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Mays for Cars.com. The Chevy Traverse is one of GM's last large crossovers to arrive. It has siblings from GMC and Buick. This is the 2012 model year now, and the whole group is starting to get a little bit old. But it's a graceful sort of aging. Even as new competitors hit the scene, the Traverse still stands out for its smooth ride, strong drivetrain, and roomy cargo area. Most large crossovers have powerful V6 engines, but the Traverse feels strong even for this group. It accelerates well from a stop and has plenty of highway passing power. A lot of credit goes to the 6-speed automatic transmission. It upshifts smoothly and downshifts without too much delay. Ride quality is another strength. The Traverse isolates the cabin really well, especially on the highway, so those little bumps don't seep up and annoy you. Where most crossovers in this league seat up to 7, the Traverse seats up to 8. 3 seats here, 3 seats back there. Second row moves forward and backward a few inches. It also reclines a few degrees if you want. Getting to the third row, you pull this lever here, and the seats kind of collapse forward for a nice walk-in feature to the third row. Unfortunately, anyone back there is going to ask you to move forward a few inches so that they have leg room. Fold the seats back, and there's decent headroom in both rows. Unfortunately, the seats sit kind of low to the ground, so adults might find their knees up in the air like this. That's kind of the way it is in a lot of these crossovers. If you're actually looking for seats that are higher up off the ground, the Ford Explorer does better in that regard. The Dodge Durango is one of the few that has a nice third row. Where the Traverse comes out ahead is cargo room. There's nearly 25 cubic feet of cargo space behind the third row. That means you can throw your kids back there and have room in back for something like a pretty big cooler. In other crossovers, you'd have to fold the rear seat down and maybe strap your kids to the roof. No, don't do that actually, just leave the cooler behind. But seriously, it's a big difference. The Toyota Highlander has less than half this space. Even cars like the Honda Pilot, the Dodge Durango have less than 20 cubic feet. You fold all the seats down and the Traverse maxes out at nearly 120 cubic feet of maximum cargo volume. None of the others even break 100 cubic feet. So big difference there. So roominess and drivability still distinguish the Traverse even in a crowded group of large crossovers. We'd like to see better gas mileage, and in parking lots, the Chevy's 40-foot turning circle means you'll have to be making a few more 3-point turns. But still, a competitive vehicle, I think, worth checking out if you're looking for a family hauler.
One thing that's on the mind of drivers today is the cost of gasoline. Man, is it getting expensive. I mean, here at this particular gas station, it's $3.74. I'm thinking we can do better. I know we can do better with this new app that I've downloaded called Fuel Finder. In Fuel Finder, it's from the guys at Gas Buddy. And what they do is they use the information from drivers like you to log into their mobile app and to fill out the information when they're doing a fill-up. They use that information to plot out on a map how much the cost of gas is. Then it uses your GPS inside of your mobile phone in order to find out where you are and show you the price of gas stations in the area. So like I said, here we're $3.79, but just right up the street, I found $3.69. Also, if we select the gas station, it'll show us how much for regular, mid-grade, premium, and even have an opportunity for us to enter the prices if the information's getting a little too old. And you can help other drivers as they're driving around. Let's face it, in this day and age of high gas prices, we're all in this together. It's a $3 download from the iTunes store. It's called Fuel Finder. It's from the guys at GasBuddy.com. I would download it and start saving money today.
Lexus asked us if we wanted to drive the LFA supercar. It's kind of cold out, but we said, okay, we'll do it.
The LFA does 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. The torque feels stronger than the modest rating suggests, 354 pound-feet at 6,800 RPM. The LFA launches with authority, but there's no doubt you're better off keeping the 4.8-liter V10 revving closer to the horsepower peak, which is 552 horsepower at 8,700 RPM. The claimed top speed is 202 miles per hour. I couldn't come close to that number, though, because the straightaways were short at the Audubon Country Club in Joliet, Illinois, and a pro driver in a Lexus ISF was pacing me. Damn it. The summer performance tires and pavement were cold, but the grip was decent. The LFA's handling is its best attribute, with excellent steering precision and feedback. The throttle is too sensitive, though. It was a challenge not to kick the rear end loose and trigger the stability system every time I went from brake to throttle. Most of the automated manual transmissions now on the market are dual clutch designs, such as those from Audi and Ferrari. The LFA employs a single clutch, ostensibly chosen for its relatively low weight versus the dual clutch type. I've never liked the single clutch, whether it was from Smart, BMW, or Lamborghini. They're definitely at home on the track, as is this one in the LFA, but they're just too bulky in normal driving. Now, for $375,000, I would think I could get a second clutch, or, of all things, a regular manual transmission with a 6-speed stick.
Well, here we are, and there's the car. The key word this year, Groucho, is style. Sleek, taut, modern style. This new DeSoto is mighty fast-looking, eager and new and different. Designers talk about its taut, surging feel and look of power. Well, to you and me, it just looks like it wants to get out and travel. This is the smartest DeSoto we have ever built. Longer, lower, and comfortably wider. Added inches give the car a long, slim, modern style that's new and different on the American scene. Take a look at the new, smooth slope of the low hood. The big, graceful new grille. Headlights, bumpers. Perfect examples of modern, smart style. Huge glass areas, front and rear. Of course, this year again, DeSoto offers you your choice of all full power assist features. And hang on. This year, for the first time, DeSoto offers you 2 great V8 models. The mighty Fire Dome V8, now raised to a full 185 horsepower and at a completely new low price. and the super-powered Fireflight V8. 200 horsepower worth of flashing automobile. Fire Dome or Fireflight. DeSoto's really got it this year. See the 1955 DeSoto tomorrow at your DeSoto Plymouth dealer.
Step into the 2007 Toyota Camry Hybrid. With fewer than 35,000 miles on the odometer, this four-door sedan prioritizes comfort, safety, and convenience. Smooth gear shifts are achieved thanks to the 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine. This car also features a built-in garage door transmitter, trip computer, fully automatic headlights, and more. All this for just under $20,000. Discerning drivers will appreciate this 2010 Toyota Corolla. This four-door, five-passenger sedan still has less than 35,000 miles on the odometer. You'll enjoy the fuel savings from the 1.8-liter four-cylinder engine. Dynamic stability control supplements the drivetrain for added security. Key features include a trip computer, front fog lights, and a split folding rear seat. Priced under $17,000, you'll want to test drive it today. Climb inside the 2008 Toyota Highlander. A 3.5-liter V6 engine pairs with a sophisticated 5-speed automatic transmission, which provides a smooth and predictable driving experience. Top features include power windows, variably intermittent wipers, and remote keyless entry. A third row provides an even greater passenger capacity, all at under $19,000. You will enjoy this 2010 Toyota Prius. With fewer than 35,000 miles on the odometer, this Prius invigorates drives with its sportiness, generous options, and exceptional safety. Top features include a split folding rear seat, delay-off headlights, trip computer, heated door mirrors, remote keyless entry, and much more. You and your passengers will enjoy the excellent stereo system. It's priced to move at under $23,000.